Hola! If you remember a few months ago, actually it was a year ago, I showcased a mod called Lewis and Wayne, a mod that added 2 characters with the tainted versions and nothing else. Well, now if you try to get that mod, it is no longer available, but instead of just disappearing, the mod got an amazing remake, Giggles and Giggles. Compared to the previous version of this mod, Giggles and Giggles adds way more content, including a full remake of the gameplay of Wayne and Lewis, a new character with a tainted version, Shuko, and more than 40 unlockables. Today I will be showcasing all the characters and I will leave the rest of the stuff for later. So let's just start! Lewis is a character based on electricity, starting with Giggles and Brainworm. His ears also have a slight piercing, similar to Polyphemus. To balance this, the character starts with mostly low stats. But the special gimmick of Lewis is what happens if you start moving in place. Once you move a lot, you start charging, which gives you a 30.50 damage boost. This damage boost starts reducing once you stop moving like that, and it is gonna be completely depleted after 2 seconds. The burst rate makes the damage boost reduce even slower than before, being completely depleted after more than 5 seconds. This character starts with a hammer and triangular tears. I say triangular tears instead of piercing because, even though it does look like it, she doesn't have piercing. She also starts with a trinket that gives her a small magnetic effect and luck. Okay, let's talk about the hammer already. The hammer has 4 different attacks, affecting your movement based on how much it is being charged. If you tap once, you're gonna hit the hammer on the ground. Basically, you spin. If you fully charge it twice, it does a swing that deals a lot more damage. And if you fully charge it thrice, it does a swing that can burn enemies and does more than 200 damage. If you hold the hammer for too long, it breaks, and you have to charge it again. The damage of the hammer is defined by both the damage and T-rate stats. Which makes this character extremely strong with items like soy milk. And the burst rate replaces your hammer by a toy hammer, which increases the speed of the first attack by a lot. It doesn't affect the charge of the other attacks, just the first one. Shuko starts with freezing tears, but has bad aim and low damage. She also starts with a trinket which boosts her damage and can make the enemies drop HP. In terms of abilities, she has ice-based powers. If you press the drop button, you're gonna create a freezing aura. This aura makes you slide for a few frames and can freeze the enemies that get too close. Then you have your active item, Blizzard Blockade. This one gives you a perfect shield that blocks any type of damage where you hold it. When you're in this state, you can't move. Once you stop holding it, you shoot a few projectiles and now you can move. But hey, if you have any familiar that moves around the room, you can win a round without moving. if you can hold the button for more than 1 hour. Also, don't think I didn't realize the references. I recognize plasma, hammer and freeze everywhere. Besides having freezing abilities, Shuko also has an active item, a bonesaw. This bonesaw makes you easily kill the closest enemy, non-bosses, when you use it, making it drop a new type of pickup called Severhead. You can also get this pickup occasionally when you kill enemies. And after you use the bonesaw, it is gonna get only 1 charge per floor, and you can charge it with batteries here. About the Severhead, Shuko also starts with a new consumable called Condensed Catnip. When you use it, you're gonna be teleported to a room with a new type of NPC. This NPC trades you items in exchange of Severheads. And yes, we're gonna analyze all these trades in a future video, don't worry. Anyway, back to the character. The bear ride makes you able to move when you use your pocket active. You move very slowly, but it's something. Well, actually this one is the same as the previous version. Basically you control these ghosts instead of shooting tears, and when they die, they shoot some tears, which can have your same tear effects. And to make them appear again, you have to take these orbs. If you want a more detailed showcase of this character in particular, check the showcase on screen. This Tainted version is different than the previous one, way different. First, yes, it's mecha, but besides that, this character shoots laser projectiles that have Giggles ladder effect. But while you're shooting, you're gonna start charging a secondary projectile. If you fully charge it once, you throw a projectile with homing. But if you charge it twice, you shoot the regulation slide beam. This slide beam does a percentage of your own damage. And next we have his pocket active, which makes him create a few shockwaves and flames. If you're close to an enemy, it will get a few electric lasers. To charge the active, you need to move in place. Something important is that, since the pocket active has shockwaves, you can use it to break rocks or open secret rooms. Even though you can use the explosive projectiles for that as well. If you wonder why I'm mentioning that, well, this character can't have bombs. If you take a bomb, it is gonna turn into an explosive locust. Another mechanic that is pretty fun is the dodge. If you press Ctrl and move, you're gonna do a dodge roll. If you do it when you're too close to an enemy or a projectile, every enemy gets slowed for a few seconds, giving you a chance of attacking. And the bear ride makes the active charge twice as fast. Tainted Shuko is kinda confusing at first. First, you cannot have more than 4 hearts, and you cannot take any soul heart on the floor. They can be replaced by pills even. However, you get 1.5 soul heart when you use your active item. That is not the only way of healing though, but to understand how, we need to shoot tears. After shooting a little bit, you're gonna start charging a flask, which once you stop shooting when you're fully charged, it is gonna give you 1/2 soul heart. However, it only works if your health bar has less than 1.5 hearts. But now let's explain the attacks. First, your basic tears have the flat stone effect. Almost at the same time when you start shooting, you will attack with a scalpel that causes bleeding, which only works if you have the trinket. After the scalpel, you will shoot 3 colored tears, that apparently represent pills. And after that one, you will shoot ice projectiles like a shotgun. And lastly, you're gonna start charging your flask. If you don't have less than 1.5 heart, if you don't have less than 1.5 hearts, the flask shows different tear effects, like mischievous liquid, coin tears, etc. Once you have a flask fully charged, you can press Ctrl and save it for the next time you shoot tears. If you get hit when it is charged, you're gonna cause an explosion and the flask is gonna get reset. If you have another type of projectiles, only your base tiers are gonna be affected. Another thing of Tainted Shuko base attacks. This character can only find offensive items, something like Tainted Lost. And she can identify pills by default, which makes sense because, well, it's a scientist. And her base rate decreases the time of charge of the flask. And those were all the characters of the mod. Link is in the description, but as I mentioned, that is not the entire mod. There is a lot of stuff that I didn't show. So if you want to see another showcase of this mod, show support to this video. If you have any question, opinion, or you think that I forgot something, leave it in the comments. And as always, goodbye and have a great day.